Texas, USA. March 2017. I woke up, and someone was standing in my room. Not moving. Not breathing. Just standing there. I didn't react at first. I thought I was still dreaming. That happens sometimes. You wake up, but your body hasn't caught up yet. Your eyes adjust slowly. Shapes don't make sense right away. So I stayed still. Didn't move. Didn't speak. Just watched. It stood near the door. Tall. Too still. Facing me. I remember thinking something simple. Someone got into the house. That made sense. That was real. That was explainable. So I focused on details. Height. Shape. Position. Trying to understand who it was. But the longer I looked, the less it made sense. It wasn't moving. Not even slightly. No shifting weight. No breathing. Nothing. Just standing. That's when something felt wrong. Not fear. Not yet. Just wrong. I slowly moved my hand under the blanket, reaching for my phone. Careful. Quiet. Trying not to make a sound. My fingers closed around it. Cold. Real. That helped. That grounded me. I brought it up slowly. Turned the screen on. The light hit the room instantly. And for a second, I saw it clearly. And that's when everything changed. Because it wasn't facing me anymore. It was facing the wall. Standing completely still. Like it had always been that way. Like it had never been looking at me at all. My chest tightened. Because I knew that wasn't true. I had seen it. I was sure. I didn't imagine that. Slowly. Very slowly. I raised the phone higher. The light shifted across the room. The shadow stretched. And the thing didn't react. Didn't move. Didn't breathe. Nothing. That's when I noticed something else. Something worse. There was no shadow behind it. Not the way there should have been. The light hit the wall. Hit the floor. Hit everything. Except it. It didn't block anything. It didn't cast anything. It just existed. And in that moment, I understood something without needing to think. That wasn't a person. That wasn't someone standing in my room. That was something else. And it had been there. Before I woke up. I didn't move. Not at all. The light from my phone stayed fixed on it. On the shape. On the place where something was clearly standing. But not behaving like anything I understood. My breathing slowed without me thinking about it. Like my body was trying to disappear. The thing didn't react to the light. Didn't turn. Didn't shift. Didn't acknowledge me. It just stood there. Facing the wall. That made it worse. Because I knew what I saw before. It was looking at me. I was sure of it. My grip tightened around the phone. The light trembled slightly. And that's when I noticed something else. Its outline wasn't stable. Not moving. But not fixed either. Like the edges of it didn't fully agree with the space around it. Sometimes sharper. Sometimes thinner. Sometimes slightly off. I blinked hard. Looked again. Still there. Still wrong. I shifted just a little in the bed. The mattress moved under me. That sound. It reacted to that. Not with movement. But with attention. I felt it. Even though it didn't turn. Even though it didn't look at me. Something about it changed. Focused. Aware. My chest tightened. It knew I was awake. I swallowed slowly. Trying to stay quiet. Trying not to give it anything else. The room felt colder now. Not actually cold. But empty. Like something had taken up space that shouldn't be there. Then, very slowly, its head moved. Just slightly. Not toward me. Not fully. Just enough. Like it was testing the motion. My heart started pounding harder. Because that was the first real movement. And it didn't look natural. It didn't look like turning. It looked like adjusting. Like it didn't know how to do it properly yet. The light from my phone shifted across its back. And for a second, I saw through it. Not clearly. Not fully. But enough. The wall behind it was still visible. Faint. Distorted. But there. My stomach dropped. That wasn't a person. That wasn't someone standing in my room. That was something that didn't fully exist the way it should. Don't move. The voice came from the corner of the room. Not from it. Not from the door. Somewhere else. My entire body locked up. That wasn't my voice. That wasn't familiar. But it was close enough to feel personal. Like it was meant for me. I didn't answer. Didn't move. Didn't even breathe for a second. The thing in front of the wall stopped adjusting. Completely still again. Like it was listening too. Don't move, the voice repeated. Quieter now. Closer. My grip on the phone tightened. Because I didn't know which was worse anymore. The thing in the room. Or the voice that wasn't coming from it. I slowly shifted my eyes. Not my head. Just my eyes. Scanning the edges of the room. The corners. The ceiling. Anywhere the voice could be coming from. Nothing. Empty. Normal. And then, the reflection on my phone screen changed. Just slightly. I wasn't looking directly at it. But I saw it. In the corner of the screen. Something behind me. My blood ran cold. Because I hadn't heard anything move. I hadn't felt anything. But there was something there. Close. Too close. And the thing by the wall, slowly, began to turn again. I didn't turn around. Not yet. The reflection on my phone screen was enough. Small. Distorted. But real. Something was standing behind me. Close enough that it should have touched the bed. Close enough that I should have felt it. But I didn't. That was the worst part. No breath. No movement. No sound. Just presence. My grip tightened around the phone. The screen shook slightly. I forced myself to look at it properly. Slowly tilting it. Just enough to see more. The shape behind me became clearer. Not fully. But enough. Tall. Thin. Wrong. It wasn't leaning. It wasn't standing like a person. It was positioned. Like something had placed it there. My chest tightened. Because now, there were two of them. One by the wall. And one right behind me. Don't move. The voice came again. Closer now. Lower. Almost calm. Like it was trying to help. That didn't make sense. Nothing about this made sense. The thing in front of me, the one facing the wall, finally turned its head. More this time. Too far. Too smooth. No resistance. No joints. Just rotation. My heart slammed hard in my chest. Because I could feel it now. Both of them. Watching. At the same time. From different directions. The one in front. Continued turning. Slow. Deliberate. Until it stopped. Halfway. Not fully facing me. Not fully away. Just wrong. The phone screen flickered slightly. My reflection shifted. And for a second, I saw something I couldn't explain. The thing behind me was closer than it should have been. Its head, almost aligned with mine. Like it was trying to match my position. My posture. My angle. My breathing caught. Because I understood something then. It wasn't just standing there. It was learning me. Copying. Adjusting. Don't move, the voice said again. Sharper now. Urgent. I swallowed slowly. Because that suddenly mattered. If I moved, it would change something. Give it something. I stayed completely still. Every muscle locked. Every breath controlled. The thing behind me shifted. Just slightly. Its shoulder lined up with mine. Perfectly. My stomach dropped. The one in front moved again. Its head tilting further. Now looking at me. Directly. For the first time. And that's when I saw it. There were no eyes. No face. Nothing human. Just a shape where something should have been. And yet, I knew it was looking at me. Good, the voice whispered. My blood ran cold. That word. That wasn't a warning. That was approval. The thing behind me adjusted again. Closer. Its head now exactly where mine was. Mirroring. Matching. And for a split second, my reflection on the phone screen wasn't mine. I froze. Completely. Because the reflection on the screen was still moving. But I wasn't. For a split second. It continued. My head shifted slightly. But my real body stayed still. Then it snapped back. Perfect again. Matching me. Like nothing had happened. My chest tightened. Slow. Heavy. That wasn't a glitch. That wasn't the screen. That was something else. Something trying to stay aligned. I swallowed. Carefully. Not moving anything else. The thing behind me was closer now. I could feel it. Not touching. But almost. The space between us felt thin. Like there wasn't enough distance for two things to exist there. Stay still, the voice whispered. Right next to my ear. Not in the room anymore. Not in the corner. Right beside me. My heart slammed hard. Because I hadn't heard it move. I hadn't felt it come closer. But it was there. Close enough that if I turned my head, I would see it. And I knew. I couldn't do that. The thing in front of me, the one by the wall, took a step. Or something like a step. It didn't lift its foot. It didn't shift weight. It just changed position. Closer to the bed. My stomach dropped. Because now, distance didn't matter anymore. Stay still, the voice repeated. Calm. Controlled. Like it had done this before. The reflection on the phone screen flickered again. Stronger this time. And when it stabilized, I saw something worse. The thing behind me was almost perfectly aligned now. Its head exactly where mine was. Its shoulders matching mine. Its posture. Mine. My breathing became shallow. Because I realized what it was doing. It wasn't just copying. It was replacing. The one in front tilted its head. Watching. Waiting. Like it was observing the process. Almost, the voice whispered. My blood ran cold. Almost what? Almost done? Almost matched? My grip tightened around the phone. The screen shaking slightly. That small movement. It reacted instantly. The thing behind me corrected. Adjusted. Faster this time. More precise. Like it was getting better. Learning faster. Don't move, it said. Sharper now. Not calm anymore. There was pressure in the voice. Urgency. My chest tightened. Because that meant I was running out of time. The thing in front moved again. Closer. Now at the edge of the bed. Too close. Too real. And for the first time, it bent slightly forward. Like it was trying to look at my face. To compare. To check. The one behind me adjusted again. Closer. Perfect alignment. For a second, I couldn't feel where I ended. And where it began. My breath caught. And in that moment, the voice changed. No longer calm. No longer controlled. Just one word. Clear. Direct. Using my voice. Move. Move. The word hit harder than anything before. Because it wasn't a suggestion. It wasn't a warning. It was a command. My voice. Perfect. Right next to my ear. I didn't move. Not immediately. But something inside me reacted. A reflex. A pull. Like my body wanted to obey. That was the worst part. It didn't feel forced. It felt natural. Like the thought had come from me. My fingers twitched slightly around the phone. The screen shook. That tiny movement was enough. The thing behind me snapped into place. Perfect alignment. Instant. No delay. No correction. My stomach dropped. Because I couldn't feel the difference anymore. Where my body ended and where it began was gone. Good. The word came softly. Satisfied. The thing in front of me leaned closer. Its head lowering slightly. As if it was inspecting me. Checking. Confirming. My breathing became uneven. Because I understood now. It didn't need me to move much. Just enough. Just one mistake. Again, it said. My voice. Calm. Controlled. The pressure around my body increased. Not physical. But internal. Like something was guiding my movements from the inside. My hand shifted. Barely. The phone tilted. The light moved across the room. That was enough. The thing behind me adjusted instantly. Seamless. Perfect. No lag. No correction. Done. The realization hit slowly. Heavy. Cold. It didn't need to learn anymore. It had already matched me. The thing in front of me stopped moving. Completely. Watching. Waiting. Now, the voice whispered. My chest tightened. Because something changed. Not in the room. In me. The urge to move was stronger now. Not panic. Not fear. Something else. Something controlled. Like my body was preparing to follow a command. I clenched my jaw. Tight. Fighting it. Fighting whatever was pushing through. No. The word came out strained. Heavy. Like I had to force it through something. The silence that followed was immediate. Deep. The thing behind me twitched. Just slightly. The alignment shifted. Not perfect anymore. My chest tightened. That mattered. That did something. The thing in front reacted. Its head snapping slightly. Not smoothly this time. Sharp. Wrong. No? The voice broke. Distorted. Not perfect anymore. That was the first mistake it made. I held on to that. That small crack. That small weakness. My breathing slowed. More controlled now. More deliberate. I moved again. But this time. On purpose. Not what it expected. Not what it was guiding. I shifted sharply to the side. Too fast. Breaking the rhythm. The thing behind me lagged. Just a fraction. Enough. Its form stretched. Glitched. Trying to catch up. Stop. The voice snapped. Wrong now. Lead. Braking. I moved again. Another sharp movement. Another break. The alignment collapsed. The pressure in my body lifted slightly. Not gone. But weaker. The thing in front jerked backward. Its shape losing definition. Unstable. No, it repeated. But now, it sounded like it was learning again. Struggling. That gave me something. A chance. Because for the first time since I woke up, it wasn't in control anymore. I didn't stop moving. Not now. Not after that. I shifted again. Faster this time. Breaking rhythm. Breaking pattern. Anything to stay unpredictable. The thing behind me couldn't keep up. Not fully. Not anymore. Its movements lagged. Just enough to see it. Just enough to feel it. Wrong. Out of sync. The pressure in my chest eased slightly. Not gone. But weaker. Stop. The voice cracked. Distorted. Not mine anymore. I stepped off the bed. The floor hit under my feet. Cold. Real. That helped. That grounded me. I moved again. Sharp. Unpredictable. The thing behind me stretched. Its form struggling to match. Failing. Its outline breaking at the edges. Like it couldn't hold shape anymore. The one in front jerked backward. Its head snapping in unnatural angles. Its body losing structure. No, it said again. But now, it sounded incomplete. Like it had lost something. Like it needed something back. My breathing steadied. Slow. Controlled. I forced it. Kept it. Because that mattered. That was mine. Not its. I took another step. Then another. Moving away from both of them. Toward the door. The handle. The only real thing left in the room. My hand reached it. Closed around it. Cold. Solid. Normal. I pulled it open. The hallway outside. Looked normal. Still. Empty. But I didn't hesitate. I stepped out. Fast. Turning immediately. Slamming the door behind me. The sound echoed. Loud. Final. From inside. Something hit the door. Not hard. Not violent. Just wrong. Like something didn't understand how to move properly anymore. Stay. The voice came through the wood. Broken. Unstable. Not mine. Not anything. I stepped back. Breathing hard now. Heart pounding. But still in control. Still myself. I didn't stay there. Didn't wait. I moved down the hallway. Turned on every light. Every single one. The house filled with brightness. Normal. Safe. Or at least, it looked that way. I didn't sleep that night. Didn't even try. I stayed in the living room. Lights on. TV on. Sound. Anything to stay grounded. Morning came slowly. But it came. The door to my room. Still closed. Still intact. Nothing broken. Nothing out of place. Everything exactly as it should be. But I knew better. Because something had changed. Not in the room. Not in the house. In me. Sometimes. Late at night. When everything is quiet. I feel it again. Not behind me. Not in the room. Closer than that. Like it's still trying. Still adjusting. Still learning. And every now and then. When I move too slowly. Or stay still for too long. I hear it. Very soft. Very close. Using my voice. Almost perfect. Don't move.